But look, you just had to be there, okay? He's very articulate.
Richard, you didn't leave your drink unattended around Gavin, did you?
Unattended. Unattended.
Drink unattended around Gavin, didn't you?
I guess I thought that Monica would actually give this rational thought as opposed to ordering me to chortle her balls.
Chortle. Chortle.
Thought as opposed to ordering me to chortle her balls.
You know, like that guy who married Julia Roberts and Sleeping with the Enemy? It was dehumanizing.
Dehumanize. Dehumanize.
It was dehumanizing. Like Richard Gere did to Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman.
This is weird.
Every day here has been like that shopping spree scene.
Spree. Spree.
Every day here has been like that shopping spree scene.
Oh.
That whole spaz thing you did, that was fucking priceless.
Priceless. Priceless.
That was fucking priceless.
I think mainly just environmental concerns.
They're all lemmings, Richard. Everyone in this town is. Just look at them. Lemming. Lemming.
Okay.
Lemming. Lemming.
Just look at them. Lemming. Lemming.
Okay.
You scratched my car. It's the rivet in my pants. These are cool pants, too.
Rivet. Rivet.
It's the rivet in my pants. These are cool pants, too. It's the rivet in my pants. These are cool pants, too. Fuck, that's a deep scratch. That will not buff out.
Buff. Buff.
Fuck, that's a deep scratch. That will not buff out.
In industry, in finance, look at history. Do you know who else vilified a tiny minority?
Vilify. Vilify.
Do you know who else vilified a tiny minority? Do you know who else vilified a tiny minority of financiers and progressive thinkers called the Jews?
Financier. Financier.
Of financiers and progressive thinkers called the Jews?
Anyway, next thing you know, we IPO, stock triples in a day, and AOL gobbles us up.
Gobble. Gobble.
Day and AOL gobbles us up. Let's kick Gavin Belson's teeth in at CES. And then when you're really worth something, I'm going to take you back to those same spineless VCs who said no.
Spineless. Spineless.
I'm going to take you back to those same spineless VCs who said no.
Yeah, the demand note is structured as a loan. But he does have the option to take repayment.
Repayment. Repayment.
But he does have the option to take repayment.
If you succeed, he gets a huge chunk of Pied Piper, and if you fail, this lunatic has ratchets to seize control of the company.
Ratchet. Ratchet.
Has ratchets to seize control of the company. The guy has calf implants, Richard.
How do they look?
Everyone on Twitter is saying I'm an anti-Semite.
Twitter. Twitter.
Everyone on Twitter is saying I'm an anti-Semite.
Ross Hanneman?
Yes.
He's a vulgar human being.
Vulgar. Vulgar.
He's a vulgar human being. He's a vulgar human being. He's utterly distasteful.
Distasteful. Distasteful.
He's utterly distasteful.
I did. But you know what? Peter used to say that every successful company.
Peter, Peter,
Peter used to say that every successful company on where they would have died had it not been for the courage and the tenacity and maybe the insanity.
tenacity, tenacity,
Courage and the tenacity and maybe the insanity of one visionary person who put it all on the line, even though it seemed like a huge mistake at the time. A moment where all the metrics and the numbers.
metric, metric,
A moment where all the metrics and the numbers.
I know $5 million sounds like a lot of money, but even if we set our burn rate conservatively, it's.
conservatively, conservatively,
But even if we set our burn rate conservatively, it. Did you see the hiring proposals that Dinesh and Guilfoyle submitted?
No.
Yeah, they're untenable.
untenable, untenable,
No. Yeah, they're untenable.
Well, I need 4 web app devs, 2 front end, 2 back end. I need a guy to turn your ref code into a production quality library. I need
ref, ref,
a ref code into a production quality library. I need a guy to turn your ref code into a production quality library. I need 2 more guys to port the decompression libraries to.
Decompression. Decompression.
I need 2 more guys to port the decompression libraries to. I need 2 more guys to port the decompression libraries to JavaScript, iOS, Android, and then
Java, Java,
to JavaScript, iOS, Android, and then need a few more guys to build out our APIs. So I need all those guys.
Ditto. I need every one of those guys on my list.
Okay.
ditto, ditto,
Ditto. I need every one of those guys on my list.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Al Qaeda? Nah, I'm totally kidding. I'm diffusing the tension with humor.
diffuse, diffuse,
Nah, I'm totally kidding. I'm diffusing the tension with humor.
Mr. Hanneman, I am Ehrlich Bachman. I am the owner and proprietor of this house.
proprietor, proprietor,
I am the owner and proprietor of this house.
Well, this lawsuit is going to be a protracted and time-consuming ordeal.
protract, protract,
Protracted and time-consuming ordeal.
Wait, no, which Raoul? Lawyer Raoul or
Litigation
Super Short
and
Raoul?
payroll
No,
are both
no,
capped.
not really a
SG&A,
super short
we still
guy.
have a little wiggle
Fucking
room.
freaks me out.
wiggle, wiggle,
Capped.
Not really a
SG&A,
super short
we
guy.
still have a little wiggle
Fucking
room.
freaks me out.
Litigation
Super short
and
guy.
payroll
No,
are both
no,
capped.
not really a super
SG&A,
short
we still
guy.
have a little wiggle
Fucking
room.
freaks me out.
And we're gonna punt.
Punt. Punt.
And we're gonna punt.
Yeah, here's the new check I promised you. This one you can cash. Obviously, I had to subtract the cost of the ad.
subtract, subtract,
Obviously, I had to subtract the cost of the ad.
This is the most hostile and aggressive act of provocation I've ever had to endure.
provocation, provocation,
Of provocation I've ever had to endure. Of provocation I've ever had to endure. It crosses every line of decency.
decency, decency,
It crosses every line of decency.
To present this individual in a light such that his talents were undeniable.
undeniable, undeniable,
Such that his talents were undeniable.
Big hit! Sorry guys. Movie phone, I didn't even know the ringer was on.
ringer, ringer,
I didn't even know the ringer was on.